I moved to Mexico about a year ago, and I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I wanted to make it initially about a month after I settled in, or settled in, but I felt like I haven't really acclimated to anything at that time. So I was gonna wait about the anniversary date of having moved here. Uh, I moved to Mexico in April of 2025. This is we're in March now, so close to a year, almost a year. And I feel like I've gone through enough experiences here to talk about how that transition went or what I've had to go through, and not feel talking like I'm biased that like, oh, America was better, you know, because I still feel like living in America is way better than living here. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah. Anyway, the reason why did I move to Mexico? Uh, I was feeling very burnt out in life in America. Basically, it was basically just work, home, work, home. That's it. I had, not a lot of friends. I did have very few close, good friends. And my cousins, they're my friends too. But it felt more like I always thought of them as brothers because of, how much we got along. And to this day, I still miss them very, very much. But yeah, it was basically just very, very depressed at that time too, because like nothing brought me joy. I lost interest in all my hobbies and everything. Video games, stopped playing them. Honestly, I would probably play something here and there, but I just wasn't excited about them anymore. Uh, Music, loved playing music, guitar, drums, but my interest in that just went away too. I was walking around feeling very empty, like I had no purpose. Basically, it was just work and home. To the point where like I didn't even want to really be around or hang out with anybody else because I just didn't want to bring the mood down because I was just feeling so miserable all the time. And I was talking to my dad one day, and he was saying, well, you can move here and it'll be different opportunities, and maybe, it'll help with your depression because you can think of it as a completely fresh new start. And he was talking about how you could get a really good paying job here with your English and everything that you learned over there. And I was just, took some months to think about. I was like, well, maybe a fresh start is what I need. So I don't feel so miserable all the time, get some excitement back in my life. And so I talked to, my cousins and my friends, and thinking about moving to Mexico just because I just don't feel like I really fit in here anymore, and I feel like living with no purpose is just it's no bueno. It's no good. And then they're saying like, well, it's your life. You do what you feel like you need to do. We'll miss you, and they were very supportive of it, and I really appreciate that they were there for me in that way. So I said my goodbyes, and started the process of moving here, got my plane ticket and everything. And, getting on that plane, I didn't really think anything of it about the move until the plane landed. And then just this wave of regret and self-doubt just hit me like a truck, saying, what did you do? Are you sure this was the right choice? And I'm thinking here, well, if it wasn't, it's too late. We're here. And I got off that plane, and as soon as I got off that plane, this wave of heat just hit, and it was the hottest I've ever felt. What talking weather-wise. And at that point, I was like, I can't do this because I'm not a summer person. I love winter. I love my cold weather, and cold weather just doesn't exist here. Unfortunately, it's basically what I call it. It's summer 1, summer 2, summer 3, and then extreme summer. It's just summer here all year round. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. I got off that plane. Met my dad that I haven't seen in a really long time. There's my stepmom there and stepsister waiting for me there. We hugged. Went to, I think it was lunch. It was lunch, and we after getting food, we just went straight to the house. Or I was gonna be staying there, until I could afford to get my own place. And yeah, just got there, and then having to unpack my suitcases, I just felt a lot of regret and self-doubt, and it's like, what did you do? Like, this was a mistake. Just because in America, I was living completely by myself. I had my own space, my own apartment. Let's talk about comparisons. I had my own 2-bedroom apartment. It was 2 stories. I had a lot of space there, so much space. And then having to leave all of that behind and move in with my parents in this tiny, tiny little room. It just, I don't know, it's like, it was just different, and I was feeling so much regret and stuff, but, started thinking like, well, you didn't move here for, you wanted the fresh start, you got your fresh start, here you go, now buck up, get through it, power through, because it's too late to come back now, anyway. But yeah, settling in and stuff, and it was just having to learn, the street names and everything, where everything was, and that took a lot of time, and it took a lot of effort to memorize all that. Because even in America, I didn't memorize any street names or anything. Because I suck at directions so much, or like I only knew where anything was because of visual markers that I made for myself. Basically, like, oh, the Taco Bell over there. Oh yeah, it's just past that church and that one tree, and you're right there. Like, that's how I got around. Not a good way to go through life like that, but that's just me. I got around fine. Whatever. I'm ranting again. But yeah, doing that, settling in and getting used to everything, getting used to the currency, which is another challenge. Opening up a bank account, getting a job, getting all the ID things that this country requires, and it's just, I think that's maybe another, that's a topic for another video, because there's so much I want to rant about that process of getting here it's the INE, which is like this government issued ID thing that's used for everything. If you don't have that, you're not doing anything. And going through the process of getting that, it's just, oh my god, there's so much I can rant about that process. But different topic, different video, maybe in the future. Started working once I got all that, done, and then getting used to the wages that are paid here, which is another eye opener. Like, I can't afford anything that I like I did back in America, because like in America, what I was earning was like, all my bills were paid. I was great. I could buy a new video game every weekend, whatever. I could get pizza whenever I wanted because I could afford it easily. Here, no, you can't. I haven't been able to play all the new video games that came out. Haven't, just because I just can't afford it, and it sucks. And the wages that I earned there to here, it's night and day. But yeah. Also, there's no Waffle House here. My beloved Waffle House that I miss very very much. Almost a year without you. I miss you. I want to go back. Also, I can't find any Twix here. That the chocolate caramel with a cookie thing, it just doesn't exist here. People told me that Twix exist here, but I haven't been able to find it. I went to a Walmart here. They have Walmart here. They have a Costco and a Sam's Club. I haven't found a Twix chocolate bar, a candy bar, whatever you want to call it. I miss you. I miss Twix and I miss Waffle House. And I miss my friends. I miss the lifestyle I had back there. And, yes, yeah. I'm getting off topic. Yeah. I got a motorcycle back there. It's more of a moped in the shape of a motorcycle, but I prefer to call it a motorcycle because it makes me feel more manly. But yeah, learning to drive in Mexico's traffic, another thing, because here's the thing: I don't understand why they put stop signs and traffic lights here when people don't respect them. They don't. They just go. Like learning to drive through or ride through the traffic here. Another challenge, but I'm getting the hang of it now. Yeah, almost a year living here. You had to get used to it. But yeah, they have public transportation here, buses. Learning the routes and what bus takes what route was another challenge in itself too. That I kind of had it figured out, but at that time it didn't. To me, it just didn't feel like it really mattered to memorize everything anymore or try to memorize it anymore because I got my own ride now, which is great. Another thing that it was another experience here was I was talking about the weather. Yeah. My dad told me that it's a lot warmer here than you're probably used to in the States. I'm like, oh, obviously, yeah, Mexico, it's pretty warm. But I thought, I had hope that around December, January, at least it would cool down a little bit. Not really. We're still hitting close to 80 degrees, and there were moments where it kind of cooled down, but it was just because of the wind gusts that would come here, from time to time. They call it norte here. It's strong winds, but it doesn't really. I mean, it kind of cools down a little bit, but because of all the dust and the dirt here, it just goes everywhere when the wind gusts come here. So you can't really do laundry because dryers aren't really common here. Clothes dryers aren't really common here. You hanging up to dry. So when those wind gusts come, you really can't do laundry because if you do, you have your clothes hanging out to dry. Like, yeah, the wind will dry them quick, but they'll just get covered in dirt and dust, and it's just, whatever. That's why I have my bike indoors, and so it doesn't get dirty, and so the chains don't get rusty or anything, because it's very humid here too. Wow, I rented off. I forgot what I was talking about. I started working, started saving up money, and I was able to start renting out this house that I rented it out for me. I'm just living here by myself now. I moved out of my parents' house And yeah, I just talking to them that I needed my own space because I was starting to feel like nothing in my life was within my control anymore. Because I couldn't get a job that I wanted, or I wanted a job where I could feel proud of the work that I would be doing, but I haven't been able to find that here. And I wanted to feel to feel something familiar. And I was thinking living on my own would be something close to feeling like that, because I was living on my own back in the States. And I moved out, you know saying, they're wishing me the best of luck and everything, and that they were here for support. And and I appreciate that. Moved in here, and I started to feel a little bit better because I have my own space. I don't have to, you know, not fight, but like try to like beat other people into the bathroom just because there were four people in total in that house with one bathroom, and I was just you know sharing a bathroom like that. Like I just was not used to it anymore. Like I wanted to, I would like to go to the bathroom when I had to go and not have to wait for anybody else, or when I was in the bathroom, not having to rush so that other people could use it too. And then moving into this house, like I feel like I have some control back in my life again, and some familiarity. And I mean, I still feel depressed, but not as much now because I have my own space again. Still miserable about the wages though, but that's just something that I'm gonna have to get used to, or find something that pays more, hopefully. But yeah, there's other things like I could talk about, but I'll probably have them for other videos. Or if you have any questions about what the process was like anything specific, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them or make another video answering those questions. But yeah, I just don't have like a great train of thought because I don't have anything written down. I don't have a script or anything, just talking about what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. If you have any questions about anything specific about moving from the States to Mexico, like I'll be happy to answer them in the comments, or I can make a video talking about those specific questions. Yeah, I got a TikTok, Instagram, and my links and everything are down there. And yeah, just bear with me while I get better at this YouTube thing. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.